What is going on, everybody? It is Luke here again, bringing you another Mr. FBA Amazon video. Now, this video is going to be all about what prep stuff I use, what materials I buy, what things that I'm going to basically need to buy no matter what. So my last video was showing you basically how I'm going to cut my expenses for Q1. So maximize your expenses in Q4 because you can compensate it for your sales, and then you obviously try to reduce your cost because sales in Q1 are so much lower that you don't really want to be eating to any of that profit from Q4. Just as a joke, I was going to show you the first item that I actually ever bought relating to Amazon. This was literally a step-by-step instruction book of how to do Amazon FBA, and it was awful. So don't buy it. But it was just going back over my sort of history. I just noticed that I purchased this on the 24th of November 2016. So that is basically when my journey pretty much started. I mean, the whole of that November month, I was watching YouTube. And basically, learning Amazon FBA from every single possible YouTube video I could basically find to do with Amazon, selling on Amazon, all from like American videos to English videos, you know, all just consuming it basically. And then I sort of at the end of November, I think I then looked at buying, getting set up and selling and all that sort of thing. So this video is going to be me going over all of the things that I buy in terms of prep. You know, like literally boxes, like what do I use, how much does it cost, where do I get it from, links to it if you want to go and buy it as well, or maybe you haven't seen something that I use and you're like, wow, that's awesome, I want to buy it as well, you know, that sort of thing. Because I know it's sometimes easier said than done saying like, yeah, just do that. So this is going to be a step-by-step guide showing you all the stuff I use, and that's it in its entirety, okay? So obviously we're going to go ahead and just jump off that. So this is the printer that I use. Now, of course, if you have a prep center, this video is not going to be relevant for you, and that is fine, yeah. But this is just if you are prepping yourself and you know, maybe you're setting out your journey and you want to know what's good to buy or what you should start off with because you have no idea. Then, well, perfect. Now you know what to do. And obviously in Q1 you can't, your prepping expenses, yes, they might be reduced. You might not have to buy as many boxes or tape or labels, but you still have to buy them because you still need to ship products. So basically these costs, yeah, they might go down overall. You still have to buy some or bits, you know, of all of these things. Now this printer actually, if you look, is actually like not got a buy box. So it's probably not worth it, and you can see here it was actually sold. So I probably bought it over around that £55, £60. Now I would say don't really get anything over £60. Like this is 66. This is the closest sort of similar one. 66 is all right. It's probably, you know, you can use Keeper yourself and then see how it's going. Let's just see if it's ever been any cheaper, because you got to obviously be aware that things do go up and down. Yeah, I mean, it was like over here, it was like £40, so it might be worth waiting a little bit. But this is the closest resemblance to the one I've currently got, and it is starting to show some wear. But I've had it for now a good 2 years, you know, printing daily, and it's just getting the only thing it's starting to do is the little sort of like just inside that tray. You can't see it on here. It's like just obviously the rollers that takes the paper, and it's just that it seems to sometimes pull it in a bit offset, and so you've got to just basically be a bit more vigilant on it. But that's all. And the ink's really cheap. Like, so that is actually, I'll leave links for all of this as well, so you don't have to worry. This is the ink. You know, it's £16.50, and that lasts me half a year. Maybe over Q4 it's a bit quicker. Maybe over Q4 it's just one over the whole quarter, but usually 4 to 6 months for £16.50. So that's cheap as chips, really, isn't it? You know, the last time I purchased this was the 28th of September, and I'm still going strong with the one I've got now. You know, with the one that came with that. So really, really good for ink, and yeah, just simple, easy to put in, and everything like that. The next item we're going to go to, that's definitely not the item, is polybags. Now, I did not sell products with that basically needed polybags, like plush toys. Sometimes there are other things, like bundles. Is there anything that's a bundle of more than one thing, so maybe two of an item? You put it into a polybag basically, to keep it together. Now I actually go for this one, which is mixed. Basically, you get like four different sizes. You basically just get like a little one size of maybe, you know, you could put in like a mobile phone or a calculator, that sort of size, just for little things, and then that will like pretty much double, and then double again, and then double again, and then the bigger size is pretty large. It's 12.5 by 18. But that doesn't. So these size bags aren't for anything big. So when I mean big, I mean like really big teddy bears, for example, like, you know, like medium to large teddy bears, depending on what it is. You can sometimes get them in the large, but I don't like to squash things, so I do actually have another poly bag, but I get the biggest one here because obviously for value. Yes, it's quite expensive for some people, but you could go ahead and just get like 25 if you want here, for $14.99. But just for, you know, savings wise, I bought this. When did I buy this? Is it going to come up? 25th of October. Still got plenty. So that will last. This 71 quid will last me the whole of Q4 and beyond. And Q4's obviously in like more sales, more products. So this can last you a good while. But obviously, if you're starting out, maybe the Mix 25 here would be your best bet. The next item is obviously labels. Now these are pretty standard. You can't really get anything different to these, as in they're just A4 and it's just got two pieces that you stick, and that will be shipment labels. Or if you send a box in over 15 kilograms, you can basically print out like heavy, like caution heavy, on these same labels, and then basically stick it around the box. Pretty straightforward on that one. And the labels that I actually do for my products. Now I actually use these, and this is a big pack. You get 44 A4 sheets, and you can see. Sorry, you don't get 44. I just realised I did that wrong. You get 100 sheets, so 100 A4 pieces of paper like that with all these labels on. And you have 44 labels. I did used to do I basically used to do about 32, I believe, 32 per sheet. But what's the point, you know? Like, surely you'd prefer to get more on a sheet, because then you can label more products basically with the sheet. So if you're doing a couple of hundred in a shipment, let's say, you can just wheel it off on a couple of these sheets rather than having to put loads through. It's just, cost reasons. And I found, it's not like Amazon Prime, but you just order a couple of days before, and it's not going to cause, it comes in about 3 days, 4 days. I normally buy 2 at a time, so when I've gone, so that I don't have to keep replenishing and sort of refreshing. You get what I'm trying to say on that one. We'll jump into the next product. This is actually large polybags. So you get 250 of these. Oh, yeah, so that's the one I normally purchase, 250, and these are very big, very big. They're probably the size of like a 28-inch TV. The only reason I'm saying that is because I'm actually looking at it at TV now. Probably a bit bigger. So these, I've never really known anything that can't fit in this. So that like a large Disney plush toy would fit in this, and I find these are good because there are items that I never used to sell because of the size, but really you need to, it's per bag. If you're getting 250 of these, the cost is 24p per bag. So for the sake of not buying a product because you haven't got the poly bag, isn't really sort of counterproductive, because all you got to do is buy out, a batch. You could even go for the 1,000 up here, and then make it even cheaper. And you're only really paying out 24 extra pennies to put it in the bag, but you're getting that lead. It's probably not going to be a make or break if 24p is the issue here in a product. So really, I'd say make the investment up front. Yeah, if you don't have to right away, but once you start getting a little bit of money in returns, I would say broaden out with all polybags, so that you're able to accommodate more product leads. Because it's, you know, definitely with larger products, like larger sort of plush dolls, you can make 5 to 10 quid profit because they cost £30. So 24p, for the sake of not getting it for 24p, is overall it's a bit of a shame. And then we're going to go ahead and jump to the next product. Now this, I don't actually use this little white stick thing, but basically it's for sticker remover. Yeah, so you know, like Argos are the worst. Like most of the Argos stickers, yeah, you can sort of get them off, but they don't really come off properly, or they leave like that crappy mark, like crappy sort of stuff on it, whatever you want to call it. So this is actually more 151 sticker remover here. Basically this is, I mean, you can see how much it costs, you know. Yeah, it's not eligible for Prime and stuff because it's too low, so you might have to, I would buy it along with you know, a couple of other things. It's so cheap, and one of these will last you like a year. It was literally so you know, it's almost like free, you know. You're paying such a little amount and it's lasting. Well, you can see when I bought it last, so a year ago I bought mine and I got half of it left. So yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. And all you got to do is just literally just dab, because it's got a little hole at the top of that. It's got a little tiny hole. You can basically just do blop blop, like 2 shakes, 2 blops, sort of little blop. You know what I'm trying to say. Little things come out. I normally then just massage it in over the whole sticker so it's covered. Leave it for 5-10 minutes. So I do, if I've got more than one product with the stickers, I'll just line them all up, do all of them. Leave it for 5-10 minutes, and then literally just peels off instantly. And if it isn't peeling off instantly, then just leave it for a bit longer. And you just peel them all off, and then I normally just rub down a sort of a dry towel or like, you know, something just to get rid of any residue. And it's good as gold. And it's really worth having because you just don't want things going in and people thinking it's maybe second hand, or like, you know, just because it's got like a little bit of, you know, where you've ripped the sticker off and it just looks a bit tacky. You really need to go for that, and that doesn't know about that. And then we're going to go to eBay, where I actually buy my boxes. So, well, I actually buy a couple of things. So this is the boxes I actually go for. Now, these probably aren't the cheapest, but the reason I now go for, I've actually looked around for cheap boxes. With the right quality and size and stuff, and actually you can get them, but only if you buy them batch, like a pallet. Now, you know, a pallet is space-wise isn't particularly convenient. If you've got a little unit or whatever, then sure you can get a pallet in, but I didn't really want to spend £200 or £300 on a pallet to get, yeah, and basically muck around like that. So I just go, here's 20 boxes. Now it does obviously work out sort of more expensive than what you would maybe want to spend, but it's double walled and most things never get broke. Like a distributor damage is rare, unless I've literally filled my box up half and left the rest like empty or like void, or, you know, and it's rattling around when it's moving because it's not packed with like that, you know, packing or something. And fine, I might get the odd item damage, and that's just because I run out at that time and I want to get the shipment gone. But normally I'll pack it with a little bit of, like, you know, the paper and stuff, and nothing gets damaged. Everything will get back booked and completely fine, even though, you know, I know that they get sort of chucked around and that. And these double walls are great. Like, it's just perfect. And because of the size, because it's rectangle in shape, not like, you can, I know a lot of people that actually use slightly longer or wider. So instead of it being sort of almost sort of a square, they actually might have 18, 18, 25 or 26. But I found that if you have that, it has like weak point through the center, because obviously it's not sort of supporting the same weight either side. Like if it was longer here, right, and it basically went right across here to there and then down and across. Obviously along the middle is a bit weaker because there's no, like, these corners are basically where the strength is. Yeah. And that's why I get it, and it works wonders. They come next day as well. So I order it before like 3 o'clock, and it will be delivered to me for free by the next day, which is awesome. So I can basically, if I know that I need boxes for tomorrow, as long as it's before 3 o'clock, I just buy it, and we are done and dusted with that. So let's go on to, so I was then buying my packing and various things like that, just like at Home Bargains or Sainsbury's, or just as I needed randomly. But then I sort of realised that, well, it's probably better just to go and get some proper stuff. So actually I go ahead and get this and tape. So I basically use this, which is just bubble wrap, and for £8.50 with free delivery, the same as what I was saying before with the other place. This is a 500-meter roll, 500 millimeter or whatever it is. It's basically quite pretty big. It's like it's the same size as these. The box it comes in is bigger than these boxes. And it's pretty large, the box. So the amount that you're getting is quite a lot, and it's only £8.50. And I found that it's it's delivered to my door. I don't have to go and buy loads of small rolls that you get in the shops, like 10 of the little rolls, or just get one of these. It's so easy and perfect and great. And then I get tapes. Now this is 24 rolls of tape, yeah. So that is like 57p per roll. I think you can probably pick it up other places and stuff. Maybe cheaper or the same or something. But this is delivered to your door as well. It's like, yeah, you can go and pick up 10 at 60p or 50p, but you've got to actually go out your way. You've got to drive somewhere. You've got to, time and petrol still counts towards it, towards the cost. So I just go here, buy 24, and I just put it on the side, and I don't have to worry. Like, do I have enough tape? It's just little thing, really. It's more like just not having to put an extra thing in your mind. Oh my god, I have to put, I need to get tape for that, or I need to get that, I need to get that, because you're only buying in small quantities. And it's fine, get it done, and then just you can forget about it. It's just really nice and easy. And basically, yeah, this is all I use for my prep. These are the sort of elements that go towards it. There's nothing extra that I do. I don't have a fancy like some people have those little where it prints their labels off and stuff with a little handheld thing. I just do it straight and easy, printer, boom, with the laptop, and yeah, do that. Just because that's what all you need, to be fair. And you don't obviously have to, bubble wrap, for example, for wrapping glass or delicates, but you don't, as I said with the other thing, you don't need to sell products like that, but it's nice to have them. And overall, the amount of, the little cost of that bubble wrap for that item is so small that you shouldn't really be chucking away leads because you haven't got that prep stuff for it. Just put that little investment up front, get the stuff, and then open yourself up for a much more potential product range, and go from there. So yeah, this is my sort of prep, prepping, picking, packing, as my brother would call it, stage of the expenses and Q4 and Q1. I know it's not quite because it's sort of all year round, it's obvious, but my strategy for this would just be just buy as you need, and a lot of it once like you can get it next day. Some you can't, so you might get it 1 or 2 days, but as you need, I would then just replenish, and and you just use what you need to use. Don't go ahead and buy four lots of boxes, for example, because I would say the cash flow is probably better. But stuff like this, when the value is pretty low, buying 24 or 12, it's not going to make that like £6, keeping in £6 in the bank won't really change much. It's just when you're getting lots of larger values and getting the large boxes, I'll just say one at a time. Comes the next day anyway, you don't have to worry. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. You get some, got some insight from at least maybe that one, because not everyone even really knows that this is what you can use for sticker removal, and it's just so easy. A few dabs, peel off, and you're good as gold. So anyway, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you on the next video. Bye.